So how you doing? This Fred Ward coming to you for another episode of Count Time Now.
Wow.
Today, I got a special friend of mine, Natasha Watts. I call her Toddy. Don't try it unless you got about 40 years in. Don't even try it. But, you know, amazing friend of mine.
Yes, Lord.
We came from the mud.
My Lord.
And you're doing so much amazing stuff. You got the CHIP program. You're doing bail bondsmen, helping our people, not just looking to lock them up. So today, we going to get into it. This off the grid. Ain't no cue cards for this.
Nope.
Because we got too much history. What's up, sis?
Bro, first let me say this. I'm so overly proud of you.
Whoa.
And knowing, like you said, we didn't just get it out of the mud, but we made pies, cakes, everything with the mud.
Wow.
And the outcome of that, we gotta give it up to our mothers.
Yeah. Oh, ain't no doubt. But
Because listen here, baby.
Yeah.
They wasn't nothing to play with.
Queen B.
And when you have that type of strength behind you, like your mom and my mom, where we were was only temporary.
Yeah, no, that's real. No. But I'm going to tell you, like, moms, I tell my guys all the time, the women, like, mom going to fall into that woman category, but women in and of itself, especially our sisters, anchors.
Yeah.
Like, we can't do a movement without them.
Yeah.
They always start at the beginning, stay in the middle, be at the end, and then we come along. And
they never experience fear.
Yeah.
And because Mother's Day is coming up, we salute them. My mom has been with left here in 2006 to be with the Lord, but it still was like yesterday to be 20 years in December.
Yeah.
And I still hear her, feel her.
That DNA.
It's not. I would not be who I am today had it not been for my mom and the grace of God. But so I had to say that because your mom made an impact on me as a young woman, not to allow any man for us to be misrepresented or disrespected. So that was big.
She stood on that. Listen, you talking to a young man who, I remember my stepdad smacked my mom one time. All I heard was gunshot. I told my mom, I said, Mom, I think you got a felony, right? But she ain't got no felony. But I know you shot them.
No witness.
And I'm not condoning.
And guess what? And there was no witnesses. See, we living in a system now, Fred, that I see every day. Natasha Watts bail bonds is not just a business.
Okay.
But it's family.
Okay.
You know.
You made it family.
I had to.
Because all bail bondsman companies ain't no family.
My business is surrounded by family.
Yeah, I
1,000%.
Yeah, no, I see that.
You can't be in business 24 years and you still be relevant.
What? So let's get into that because, like you said something earlier when we was talking off the grid about how back then when we was thugging, not we, me, you was just watching.
Minimum.
This was
minimum.
Okay. And how it's so different now. I remember Bell's bondsmen, they just live for us coming with them big bags of money because we done caught them cases.
Absolutely.
Tell me what in your orientation, because I know yours is a family orientation because I send people to you.
What I didn't realize, I met a man in the Justice Center. I was witnessing to him.
Okay.
And I was telling him, come to my church. And he kind of was a little standoffish at first. But I ended up not only leading him to the Lord, but we got married. We didn't really know each other. Okay. Ralph Watts, absolutely. I couldn't be Natasha Watts had it not been for Ralph Watts.
I remember Ralph.
And Ralph was he was a very businessman. But he was missing the personable side of the business, and that was where I came in at.
Women.
And I used to go home crying every day. How I'm going to help Miss Johnson. How I'm going to be able to get Miss Roberts' boy out of jail. How I'm going to get this young lady that this man had kept putting his hands on her, and she, finally got tired of it and ran him over with her car. So I would carry all that stuff home with me, and I would be bleeding out on the inside. And one day I just decided, throughout all of that they was transpiring, how can I make this a ministry?
Yeah, right.
How can I incorporate this in my everyday living? So I treated them as if they were my family. Not
Treat them with
knowing
dignity.
that my family was going to need my very own services.
bet.
You know, so it started with my
Yeah,
family.
yeah.
When my family got in trouble, I immediately
with 'em.
got them out of jail, and
Yeah.
then it carried on to that, to where I started being invested in it.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
started showing up to the
Yeah.
pre-trials.
Yeah.
I started showing up.
Wow.
Fred, I done buried so many of my clients. I done paid for funerals. I done paid for urns. I done.
I know they gave you
paid
pushback.
repasts. You know what I'm saying?
I know they gave you pushback.
But-
Like, Toddy, why is you going to pre-trial? You the bail's bond. You just
Listen.
supposed to send the bounty hunters if they jump that
We
bail.
don't do that. We try to work with them and say, hey, listen, it's a reason to be scared, because all the judges in that building is not for the people.
Say that.
They get, once they get our vote, they forget everything that they promised. And I say that to say the troubles that we got into 10, 15, 20 years ago, Fred, there's no way you're going to get out of it in 2026.
Yeah. Now, I'm about to put a marker in the road.
Come on.
Natasha said all them judges that's in there ain't for the people.
Period.
She also said once they get our vote.
Yeah.
Now, here go the marker.
The vote.
Or you don't vote and they get in.
Right.
Yeah. So
Right.
you're responsible either way.
You must, your vote is such an imperative.
Yeah.
Look at our administration now. Had we stood up and voted, he would have no way of getting into the White House.
Oh, so you talking about the 90 million Americans that didn't vote that was eligible?
That was eligible.
And he won by a couple million?
Right. That part.
Oh.
And now that we are in the deficit and in the trouble that we're in, because the United States is in trouble. We're not just in war, but we're in trouble. And that allows all of us to be in survival mode.
Yeah.
When our government is like this, Fred, you know, back in the day, when the Republicans would get in, everybody would say, oh, I know I'm going to be able to get all the drugs I need now, or I know I'm going to be able to, because the Democrats would be standoffish with it. But the Republicans was welcoming the drugs in the communities because it was getting them reelected every time.
Oh, that's a big one now.
Because the thing about it is when you are in survival mode, you're going to do whatever you got to do to support your family.
Yeah, it's levels of survival.
Come
too.
on.
I think that today, many of us have been in survival mode for such a very long time.
So long.
That when a person come with this, you know, this high level is about to happen now, it don't really add up. Like it was signs in the road that there's an agenda. That if I get this seat, there's an agenda a playbook that's gonna play out. And I think that because people have been in survival crisis mode for such a long time, it seemed like business as usual.
Yeah, the problem with that is business has changed.
Yeah.
The nature of the beast of business has caused entrepreneurs to go back into the workforce.
Yeah.
We have tried to, I'll use my restaurant, I'll use Renee's Place, is that once I got sick, there was no one to pick up and take over Renee's Place that was not just credit worthy, but that was business worthy.
Yeah.
And we have done all the work by ourselves for so long. It's hard to say, hey, handle this for these next 9 months while I go through treatment, or while I go away to prison, or why I go and have these children or raise. We don't have that luxury.
Ain't no safety net?
There's no safety.
No safety.
The only thing, I'm gonna tell you what the safety of it all is preparation. If you don't prepare for, COVID taught us that, Fred.
I ain't see that coming.
If you are not prepared for what can happen, when it does happen, it's gonna wipe you out.
Yeah, COVID was, it changed the world.
COVID was the beginning of what was gonna be prepared, like the scripture said. that in the last days, even my very elect shall be deceived. So the very elect is administration.
Prophecy coming.
It all lines itself up, bro. That's why I'm so proud of you bringing the information, especially to our young and our black men that are coming out of prison. It's hard to come out of prison and be released to a different form of prison. Because coming home from jail, thinking that when I get out, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, but there's so many blocks and so many things that prevent that from happening, to where it almost put them back into the streets.
And so, you know what, speaking of that, right, and I come from the streets, you know, and so like absolutely. And as I start like really evaluating and investigating deeper, like how is this happening consistently across not only demographics but states and all this, right?
Come on.
I'm talking about for decades.
Yes.
Right? I realized that this wasn't by happenstance. And it was so life-changing for me. I'm trying to I got a book, we'll talk about it later, but I realized that there were certain conditions and circumstances that created the reality of the day. Now, my biggest challenge is how do I get this 500, 600 year strategy that's in play to somebody that they tell me need immediate gratification and like got short-term memory. How do I allow my younger folks to understand that there are real traps that's been
My
laid?
Lord, you better say it.
Right?
They in play already.
They in play. And, you know, the conditions is just ripe to just, so it's like, man, this a heavy piece. Because I'm thinking about my life, I'm thinking about the traps, and it's the same trap.
Same trap. Different mouse.
Different mouse.
Same
different
trap.
mouse. And
Different
also
mouse.
different, what they call it, different bait. It's different bait too.
Come on. Now, when I say different mouse, I mean, when you just mentioned that the trap is the same, that means government have some of the same things in place, right?
Yeah.
But a different mouse meaning that now our young men are involved.
Yeah.
The old men that are in prison can't handle the YNs right now because
Scared to
they're
death
taking over. They are not just taking over the prison, they're taking over what's happening in the prison. So the programs that are available, they're not interested in because they don't have any control over it.
And because you can't show in some real way that you have power and relevance in the world.
There you go.
Here go the different bait.
Yeah.
Power. Right? Relevance. Right? You know, these things that we identify with. I remember I was talking to some youngsters that went to John Hay, right? They can't, you know, the youngsters still come see me every now and then.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So they came in, I say, so what? I asked them, I say, so tell me what's like, you know, the first 8 or 9 things that, you know, like give y'all, you know, the hook. And you know what they said? What kind of phone you got? What kind of accessories you got? What kind of gear you got? Them tennis shoes matter. And I looked on there, and I'm like, the first 8, 9 things was all material.
Stuff.
It was stuff. Right? And I'm like, so with these youngsters, if you ain't got that stuff, and you also got another aspect of our society bombarding other people to send a certain message with the stuff, then we gonna give you who your mentors.
They gonna keep coming for you. This is why it's important that you keep doing what you're doing. I know that it's a season of weariness. It's a season of heaviness. But you're in the trenches of it.
Yeah.
And once you're in the trenches, you become what you're trying to establish to the people. Right? You on 105, bro.
Yeah, 105 live.
You on 105. You are in the midst of your own Iran.
I'm gonna tell you something though. You know, for me, right? They be like, now I know the old. I tell them, I say everybody ain't OGs. Some folks just old school. Some people just old.
Listen,
right? It's it's levels to this, right? But what I do love about my relationship with like younger generations is that they tell me when they say Fred, they say, man, if you call, we gotta come.
You can relate.
Because we don't know what you gonna tell us,
right?
But because you consistent,
and the information makes them think.
I got that.
Music don't make them think, but it's when you get them and you sit them down. You know, the greatest impact that I've received from our youth population is listening.
Listening. Oh, they're gonna talk to you too.
I sit there and I listen. I write down everything that they're saying, and I say, if I got an answer for it, I'll give them the answer that I have. But if I don't have an answer, I say, no, the things that you just mentioned on 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna get back with you. Let me investigate this. Let me do my homework and my research on it, and then I'm gonna come back and give it to you. They gonna call me before I call them because they gonna want to know what answers did I come up with.
They gave you homework,
and ain't nothing wrong with that because it keeps me sharp.
I love them.
It keeps me. It first of all, it makes me. Can't nobody come and tell me anything. Well, I'm like, that ain't what I heard. That ain't what I researched, and that's one of the things that people can't trick us in when we in the hood. You know, you can't tell us one thing and it's something else. Building freedom is a prime example of that.
Building freedom.
Building freedom.
Yeah.
How do you build freedom, Fred?
Well, you know, you first start internally, right? You know, you got, you manifest your freedom from internal reality. Right? And, you know, and so like freedom is something to aspire for. Right?
You can be bound outside.
You can be in prison in your own head.
There you go.
In your own head. You can be a slave. You can create your own prison. And many of us do.
Every day.
You know, so I think honesty break down barriers. You know, and generationally, you know, I don't buy into like these generational gaps that they say. Like you say, it's about listening.
Yeah, listening.
And listening without judgment to understand, like, right now, like when I grew up, you had to be about 60 years old to be an OG. But because of all our young folks go through, man, they 22.
Listen.
OGs. And
they call themselves that with no wisdom. They call themselves that with no understanding. Let me tell you, street education is just as powerful as book knowledge.
Yeah, might be more.
Because you're acting out what you studied already. This is why some of our kids, they go to college and they finish, get all the degrees, and they still end up starting their own business because they'll never be able to make the amount of money that they learned in book knowledge.
But it makes sense though. I remember I was talking to he was from Harvard Business School, and he was like, if you look at the math, if you work a 40-hour week, now this is tricky because I ain't trying to promote.
No.
If you work a 40-hour week and, you know, bring this on, your federal state taxes and, you know, blah, blah, blah. And then you look at this other thing, right, that carry not a lot of risk, but high gain. You might make quadruple that in 10 hours. And I was listening to this, and this was a guy that was in banking and finance. He was saying how from a you know, from an economic standpoint,
right?
It's
got to make sense,
right?
It's got to make sense.
So for many of us, we live in contradictions.
Listen, and the older we get, the more we try to aspire. We talking about those that have did enough time that now you're being re-entered into society. And who's getting the reward from that. We're rewarding you, you, and you, and you because you put the work in. It's not just getting out. It's you got to work at staying out.
Yeah.
That's tough.
We just had a meeting at the Cuyahoga County Reentry Coalition, and we was talking about. I'm excited because they talking about setting up a infrastructure that actually address in a deeper way that reentry process, right? Because a lot of people, coming home, like I do transitional housing, and people need somewhere to stay.
Yes, they do.
Yes,
they do.
And one of the biggest things that I find that we have to address is the collateral sanctions that people face, because like they got jobs as people going to. You just came home from probably a serious offense,
right?
But you need a job,
right? You gotta have.
And you got some employers that they want you to either be out 2 years, 3 years. Well, what do I supposed to be doing the 2 years till I get able and capable to work?
And that's why the employer should start collaborating with the judges or the state of Ohio, where they can receive monies for hiring.
Yeah. They get that.
But so they don't tell you that they get it.
Yeah. So what's that? The CQE. CQE is an insurance that it's a law they passed where there's a certain if certain offenders go through the CQE class, then the employers get not only
receive
like
compensation.
Yeah, they can get that. They got money in place if you hire directly impacted folks. We try to shy away from
tax
the felony
credits,
tax credits, but also insurance liability, which a lot of employers be like, man, I want to hire this person because my insurance gonna go up and this and that. So it's a few things, not enough, in no way enough, but it's a start in the right direction.
And we got to keep it going.
And we got to keep
it
going.
We can't let up on it, Fred. We can't. Somebody asked me the other day about, Tosh, why you never ran for state senate or?
I kind of like that.
But the thing about it is, I'm more functionable on the road than I am in the office, because people that's in the office ain't tangible. They can't. I can't come and sit down here at the group and really say how I feel, because
I wish we had legislators that did that. Maybe that might be the new hook.
Let me say something. If you guys are running for anything, Girl Scout, Boy Scout, lead president, state representative, judges, attorneys, the people are the ones that put you in these positions, right? So when they're reaching out and asking you for help in certain areas, in the places that you have been elected, it is your due diligence. It is totally your responsibility to come down here, I'm gonna say down here, or where we are, and communicate with us. At least have a conversation. At least be able to consider that a kickback.
Yeah.
Okay?
But I ain't letting them off the hook, T. Because you got that mama vibe and you got that church vibe, so you gonna love on them.
Baby.
But watch this, T.
Man.
But what about this 14% turnout down here? What about if I'm trying to win, I'm trying to run for office?
Yeah.
And I look and I say, Dad, how do I win? Because a lot of people who run want to win.
They do.
So what if I look and I say, Dad, West Park, they voting at 65%, and Slavic Village, shoot, they had 56, and Lorraine is 62, and Glenville at 17, and Huff at 12. And now, I know I need that 50 plus to win. And instead of going to all these 15 wards, I'm gonna just keep it citywide, so I ain't gotta, I want to make it simple. If I take Ward 17 and Ward 14 and Ward 9, just they voter turnout alone is about 55%. Which means that I can actually cater to West Park. Let's get them a grocery store. Let's make sure them streets is right. And them street lights got bulbs in them. Because they at 67% vote turnout.
Right.
And let me pick a couple more. Oh, shoot. What's that over there on the west side where they got them new houses, all that? What's
Lakewood?
That? No, Lakewood.
Lakewood
too.
is up.
Lakewood up.
Lakewood is up.
Let's take Lakewood, but also
Lakewood
hold
is
on.
up.
What's the one? Dude, they got the little
Tremont?
bars. Tremont.
Whoa. Up.
Whoa. Tremont at about 72%.
Come on.
turnout.
Up.
We gonna make sure they get them houses, them parks. I could take care of them four
And think
and win, and not have to deal with Huff, St. Clair, Superior, Collinwood, Harvard, Union, or Miles.
But there's danger in that.
It is danger.
There's danger in that.
We in danger.
There
We
you
in
go.
danger.
There you go.
And we got people that's elected.
The same effect goes if what's happening in Collinwood, Glenville, happened to seep off into Tremont, Lakewood, and everywhere else. Because just because we down right now ain't preventing us from moving. We moving.
Oh, they see that.
They see
Now
that.
they know. They know we moving.
That's
They all out in Mayfield.
we moving.
Shoot out at the hot dog stand.
It's all one thing that I can say about crime. There's no racism. There's no separation. There's no division in crime.
Bullets blind.
Crime is crime, no matter how you try to slice it or how you try to avoid it. Because one thing that I do know is they gonna go where the money is. What I look like taking your TV out your house and you live next door to me, when I know that I'm welcome to come to your house and watch the game every now and then. But if I go in a certain area and I know they leaving the door open or I know they leaving the key for the latchkey kid outside and I can go in and take their TV, they ain't gonna miss it because they gonna go get another one.
But maybe that fall into the narrative.
It does.
Because I know I read where they needed penitentiaries on Wall Street. We got privatized prisons. And I also read where they want prisons to be 90-some% occupied.
They want you in there. So the reentry program is really putting them out of business.
So a lot of times people say the system don't work. But I come to realize
It's working.
it's working.
It's working
The
over.
system might not be working in your favor,
But it's working.
but it's working as it
Yeah.
was designed to
And
work.
they still building them. They're building them. Just like they building that stadium, they're trying to move the Justice Center next.
Oh,
It's, like you just said, it's up. It's up.
So-
And we gotta continue to do what we do, Fred. We gotta continue to make
we got to educate.
we have to educate and we have to participate.
Educate and participate. I like that.
We gotta participate.
That's a t-shirt.
We have to participate in educating them not only to where they are right now, but where they have an opportunity to go.
Let's pivot. Watch this. Oh, so Toddy, I don't know if you've been keeping up because I know you do a lot of international travel. But are you aware? Here goes something that people can educate and participate. Educate. Educate and participate.
Hey, nobody could have came up with it.
I'm gonna put your initial on the bottom.
Put it on there. Put it on there.
That's
We
hot.
trademark it. You got to trade. You know, nowadays you got to trademark
That's
everything.
hot. So watch this. this marijuana legislation.
Oh Lord.
I gotta go here
Oh Lord.
because this the education.
Come
then I
on.
want to see what the participants.
How many are participating?
We about to do some community conversation.
Come on.
Let me get this straight. In 2023, the citizens of this great state of Ohio
Great state.
voted to implement this marijuana legislation. And when I looked at it, they even carved out a 10% adult tax.
Okay.
That adult tax, right, based on whatever they sell, went back to programs like youth programs. It went to addiction services, substance abuse,
10%.
entrepreneurship. It even allowed for people directly impacted that qualified to own a grow house, which was economic mobility, generational wealth, all type of stuff. I don't know if you noticed, but last year, $700 million worth of weed was smoked in Ohio. And that's with them being able to go over to Michigan and get that good.
And you can drive to get it, and it's legal. But if you're caught selling it, is where the penalty lies.
That was then.
The penalties of selling marijuana on the street now is 4 times the amount of time that you'll get because it's legal.
Put your seatbelt on.
Come on.
Put your seatbelt on, because this is a heavy hit right here.
Come on.
That was 2023 where, you understand, it was all these things in play. They just passed a new modification of the law, Senate Bill 56, where now, and our young folks, they don't know, old folks need, that it's illegal to smoke in public.
It's illegal to smoke in public?
Oh, I said, your seatbelt on, right? It's illegal to smoke in public. It's illegal to smoke as a passenger in a car. It's also illegal to vape publicly and in a car as a passenger. If you got weed, it got to be in its original package, and it got to be in the trunk of the car while you're driving. Or if you don't have a trunk, it got to be in the back of the furthest seat in the car. Hold on.
Ohio.
Hold on. If you get hurt on your job and they find marijuana in your system and you don't have the medical card, you don't get workers' comp. And they also take away your social benefits.
Wow, all in one bill. They put all of that in one bill. Wow.
Now, you know, I pride myself, I ain't Democrat or Republican, but I am about interest and I am about righteousness and justice. When I looked at who passed that law,
they don't look like us.
It was all Republicans.
They don't look like us.
And all Democrats voted no. And I appreciated that. Right? I looked, I said, wow, this is criminal.
That's criminal.
Watch this. Let me go a little deeper, get deeper than that. In that 10%, so $700 million was sold last year. 70 million is the 10% adult tax that we get to divvy up to do good across Ohio in different communities. Right? I'm talking addiction money and social service money, right? Youth program money. You know we need that youth program money, right? Guess what else they did? I read the whole thing 6 times. It said Black, African American, Latino, Hispanic, American Indian, Asian. It said we deleting the entire money.
No.
They took it all.
No.
They took
the 700 million or the 70 million?
They
the
took
10%?
the 70 million. They took the 10%. And guess what they did? They gave a little bit to, you know, this one fund. They took it from those directly impacted.
What's the fund, bro?
Hold on, watch this.
Tell me the fund.
They took it from the directly impacted that have been harmed through, you know, bad legislation and marijuana bills and all that. And they took it from all those folks that need money for substance abuse and addiction services. That's 64%.
Wow.
Guess where they put it? In the general fund.
Wow.
So, because you better not go to Michigan and get none of that weed now, because they made that illegal. So it's estimated $1 billion worth of weed gonna be smoked, which means that it's $100 million pot. And out of that $100 million pot, directly impacted had 36 million coming.
Wow.
And those with substance abuse and all that would have got 25 million.
Wow.
They took it all.
Took it all. So that's gonna put people back on prescription medicine that needs, you know, I say give them the natural medicine over the prescribed medicine. That's just me.
Watch this. But watch this. Because the education is that federally, they taking out tax dollars and tax
Doing
money
what they
and
want
money,
to
blah,
do.
blah, blah, you know, boom, right? But this $100 million
Particular area.
was from Ohioans smoking and eating them gummies, right? That was our money too.
Yeah.
They took not 20%,
Wow.
not 60%. They took
Wow.
it all.
Wow.
Now help me understand this.
Wow.
If
That's
you
a
put it in
heavy
a
bill.
general fund, and you also probably the same legislators that decided to want to give $600 million to the building of a stadium. I even heard what they was talking about. They want to
listen.
create a nonprofit.
That's deep.
And,
That's deep right there. That stadium bill.
So our people that need services, our youth programs, people that's on substance abuse and need, you know, affordable housing, all this stuff that money could be used for. I mean, $64 million is a lot of
It's
money.
a lot of money.
To
In
cut
one
up
state.
across 88 counties.
Yeah, I was gonna say for one
We
state.
need that. We ain't talking about the the doggone casino money.
Yeah. And then we want to talk about too, Fred, that our local government has to take some type of accountability too. You know,
I agree.
Our local government, it starts somewhere, and if we don't receive
Come on.
that the monies that we get locally and don't use it, we just as guilty because our mayors receive a certain amount of money per municipality.
And having to give it back.
And that, let me say this, is the camera on me?
It just ought to be.
Anytime you give money back when it's been given to your municipality, shame on you. Because that means that you are misappropriating it whether you use it or not. Yeah. There's areas in your municipality that money could be useful. All you have to do is be creative to use it like you're creative to give it back.
I done watched them. They was awful creative with that ARPA money.
Please, let me say something.
Right, boy, listen. Now, so we didn't get on here to have a political conversation.
We came on here to educate and participate.
Educate and participate.
And if we know, we are accountable for sharing. Let me say that again. If you know something, you are responsible and accountable for that knowledge for someone that do not know what is happening, Fred, because it's happening. Yeah. It's happening every day.
And and guess what?
Mayors are taking money and going to jail and getting probation. Man, come on.
You talking about armed robbery. I just seen them armed rob us for $64 million.
Man.
Where the indictment at?
Man.
They just robbed us for $64 million. Where that
we
indictment
gonna be in
at?
trouble after. We gonna be in trouble after this podcast.
No, we got God. We got God.
Baby,
they only can do so much.
And look, and I promise to tell you, the Holy Ghost approves this message because it's the fact. It's facts, and we ain't lying to y'all.
We got to
telling y'all.
You know
the
what?
truth.
I'm gonna tell you. We got to start having. These got to be the conversations we got to start having.
Man.
Like every time we pull up, like people know me. Like they know I'm so concerned. I don't care if I'm at the club. Man. I got the book at the bar.
Listen,
I don't care. Listen,
Fred, they gotta know, bro. That
they gotta know and do.
We are in a city. We talking about one of the most impoverished cities in our nation. The city of East Cleveland, the city of Cleveland, and it's spilling over into Euclid and Richmond, Warrensville. Come on, y'all. If we don't start doing something.
We got to. I just got off a call. My dude, they been called. They talking about they got to speak truth to power. I say ain't no listen to that. Listen.
All you need is a voice and a video. You can do one of these type of conversations from your phone. You don't need a camera. You don't need a microphone. You can speak into your phone and say what's happening.
So let's say that a lot of people. I find a lot of people very frustrated. I'm honored that people call me. People done start calling me like, "Hey, Fred," and I can hear right the irritation in their voice because they like, man, this ain't right. Something ain't right. It ain't. right?
They say we right there with them. What you mean?
Yeah.
They saying you right there, man.
Yeah.
If you in the city hall, if you in the Justice Center, if you in the federal building, they are going to believe that we know what's happening on the inside of them buildings.
Yeah.
So bringing truth to power, I'm going to say this, and I say it on my podcast.
Come on.
Crime is on the inside of the building.
Crime is on the inside. Yeah, they just...
Start the investigation on the inside, Fred,
State House.
of the building.
I told them we need to send an indictment for armed robbery.
Whew.
Pen robbery. They call it pen
With the
robbery.
ink pen.
They pen robbed us at the State House.
Listen,
They literally robbed the people.
the crime is on the inside of the building.
But they're going to keep doing it if a person...
If we don't
man,
vote,
I'm still arguing with people why
vote.
voting matters.
if we don't vote, y'all, it's gonna continue to happen. When my grandkids turn 18, get your ID. We finna go register you to vote.
Well, this is what this lady told me last Monday. She said, I done voted. I ain't seen nothing happen. And guess what? And this gonna be dear to your heart, but I know you're gonna push back. She said, I'm giving it all to God. Now, when she said, hold on, I shot back. I said, give Caesar things in Caesar, and God said to God. But it ain't lame.
It ain't about that.
It ain't lame.
It's not about that.
But
go ahead.
Real
Tell me what she said.
Real
Tell me what she said. Come on.
She was saying this from
Come
her,
on.
from
I
her
believe
core.
it. That's how she feels.
She say, I've been voting, ain't nothing happened. This all a game. She gave it to Caesar. She said, this is just the wickedness of the world, and said she no longer is participating.
And she's entitled to feel that way, but I'm gonna tell you something. Like I tell my kids, the hood never changed.
Damn shame.
The hood never changes. We are affected by the residue. It all starts up here, but what we do is keep it. When we vote in the hood, we keep it from crumbling on us, because it could crumble on us.
That was a good visual.
Well, no, it's the real.
That was a good
because
visual, though.
At the end of the day, the hood gonna hold the hood together every time. The hood is going, and I hate to say the hood, the inner city, the rural areas, we gonna hold it together, Fred. That's why it's important that you continue to play our positions.
Okay, but hold on, cause I know they listening. And if they ain't listening now, they gonna be listening in a minute. Maybe it's a question. Because the hood we can feed.
Man,
we feed like
we feed way more people down here.
We can do it down here. Okay, I know we can. You know where I'm at. But sometimes the hood think that because I can keep the hood together, because we can make it in the worst of circumstances, I'm justified in detaching from the public arena, where the game is played. I'm just gonna live in the underworld. Don't use my government name. I'm detached. It is what they doing, what they do, and we got to do what we do. I think that's a big error.
I believe that we go back to what I say every day is,
They calling in now.
I'm gonna cover you until you recover.
Okay.
Because if you feel that way now, you're not gonna always feel that way. Because I'm gonna say this, the Obama administration showed us a whole lot.
Come on.
We had 8 years to get the assistance and the help that we needed. And I don't care what nobody say about Barack Obama.
Come on.
There was he implemented some services.
He did what he could.
He worked with what he had in his hands.
His hands was tied.
Come on.
He couldn't eat. He ain't had no. Oh, now watch this. No, let me say this. I got you. I know you love. I know. Hey, Obama, right? But watch this.
But I gotta
imagine this. Watch this. I just want you to imagine this.
Go
right
ahead.
Quick.
The effect.
Imagine if Obama had unrestricted power.
Imagine that.
Because what we witnessing right now is unrestricted power.
Come on.
And for the listening audience, y'all might not know
what that means.
What unrestricted power. Unrestricted
do what the
power
hell you wanna
is
do.
when your judicial branch,
Yeah.
your legislative branch,
And
and your executive branch are all in alignment
together.
with each other.
There you go.
Right? Obama was in the executive branch, but man, every time he tried to shoot
Every
something,
time.
you got the legislative branch shutting it down.
So,
Like, man,
so
no.
it allowed
Okay,
him
then.
to be more creative.
Okay.
He knew how to
Okay.
be creative. He was from
Okay.
Chicago.
Okay.
So, you know,
Okay.
when you
Shut down.
can use your mind,
Okay.
and that's what we have to do. We have to fight them with our mind.
Yeah.
We may not win every battle, every argument, every strength, but if you use your mindset to begin somewhere, it's the beginning of it all with the vote. I don't care how we keep getting away from that. The vote is everything.
Watch this. I think, watch this. Unrestricted power in a two-party system is dangerous.
Whew.
You can pick either side
But at the end of the day,
because the system was set up to actually be a check and balance. But ain't no checks and balances.
ain't no checks, and it ain't balancing.
Yeah, that's true too. So we got a lot of work to do.
But
We got.
But
Shit, this just part one.
we just woke up.
You know, this was just the warm up.
We just woke up.
Probably 40 minutes in on a warm up.
We just woke up, bro. We had to have this administration to shake us, to wake us up. See, because everybody was asleep for a minute. They was doing the $700 million weed smoking that you just mentioned.
Oh,
we were stoned. Everybody was stoned until it wore off. Now that it done wore off, it's affecting all of us. Every ethnicity, this is affecting.
This is, and we talking about right now.
Lord Jesus, how do we get to this?
We talking about, we can find out how we got here. Well, we better
supposed to be
find out
paying
how we
attention
get
to
out of here.
Listen,
Now, I got my part, right?
Come on.
For those 2 million people
listen.
that's directly impacted. And I done changed the lens of directly impacted to also
Yeah.
mean your family,
Yeah.
your friends,
Yeah.
and the faith community,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I'm giving you the historical context of how the trap was designed,
Come on.
right? How the continuation of enslavement was put in play. How cheap, free, chattel, labor control was established.
Wow.
And it's happening to the day.
Till today.
So this is my offering, not only to the state of Ohio and the demographic that I serve and work with and is a part of, but this is also to the rest of the country, because I know for a fact I've been networking with about 34 different states, and they need this on the ground as well. So the loss of American citizenship, the journey, you're going to love this, Toddy, the journey from civil death to civic resurrection. See, a lot of people don't know about that. That was intentional.
Listen.
Civic death.
Civic death.
People don't know about it.
Ooh.
But civic death, it's a medieval term
Yeah.
that says that once you catch a felony, you lose all or almost all of your rights as a citizen. Sound familiar?
Yeah.
But what it also say is that you can be killed with impunity.
And look at how it has affected the administration that we have right now, where they have been guilty of crimes, felony charges, found guilty of them, and even the president of the United States got civic what?
Civic.
Come on.
Civic death. But guess what? We know, and that's what I'm saying.
But
like,
freedom ain't for everybody. They don't want you.
It's beyond good and evil for some. The game is played on many levels.
Unfairly.
Some people subjected to the law.
Yeah.
And some people
better than the law.
Have transcended the law.
They believe they're better than the law.
Yeah.
They believe that. They believe that in here.
Yeah, that's a whole nother
That's
fight.
in a bloodline. that you feel that you are so much better than your brother or your sister or your you know, it comes along with, like you mentioned, you can't give power or source to everybody.
Yeah. We just you know, this is just an intro. So I think this is gonna be like a series, you know, a Fred and Natasha series. Right, this part one. But I'm gonna give you hope.
And this wasn't even something we were supposed to be doing,
Fred. We ain't gotta rehearse it. But see, when you don't come with a script, you gotta come with the spirit.
And it's gonna make everybody knowledgeable.
I got hope for them.
Come on, I'm never giving up on mine.
It go to hope.
When I say never giving up, let me tell you why.
Yeah.
It's because when I look back over everything that could have happened, that didn't happen, long as you got hope, baby, if you keep hope, if you keep hope and you wear it every day as a shirt, as a tie, there's nothing that can ever come nigh your dwelling that you're not able to deal with. Because hope is something you have to give yourself every day.
I like to read a lot of books, so I read this phrase. I think it was Eric Hoffer. Yeah, and he said that a person will never fight for tomorrow.
Come on.
If they think that tomorrow don't hold greater possibilities than today.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to inspire people, right, to have hope that what's going on today ain't the best of us.
Yeah, it's getting better.
Right.
It's getting better.
Right.
It's getting better.
But we got to put in the work.
We got to put the work in.
Right. And like I tell people, you know, we don't have to chase darkness out of a room.
Man, just show the light up.
We just got to click the light switch.
The light. Be the light. Be the light.
Be the light.
Be the light. Be the light in darkness, because the scripture says that light and darkness can't dwell in the same place. So therefore, if you're going to be the light, you're going to make a transition of the darkness just because you're there.
Now, how you be the light? Well, I know I want to be the light. How I be the light? Okay. Boom. Here we go. How you be the light? One, you got to receive education.
Come on.
Right? And you got to act on it.
You got to be
You got to act on what you know.
Yeah.
That's why ignorance is bliss, because knowledge comes with responsibility.
Yeah.
Let me say that again.
You know better.
That's why ignorance is bliss, because with knowledge comes responsibility. And I'm telling you that we got 2 million individuals in Ohio. Ohio, you can register to vote. Man, if you are in Ohio and been impacted by felony convictions or been impacted by the criminal legal system,
or have someone close to you, and have someone close to you, family
that you care about,
friends that you really truly can say they didn't do the crime they said they did, or they in jail for something that they did not commit.
Or they paid their debt and they done transformed their life and they're a new person.
Yeah.
You are op.
Yeah. My girlfriend.
If you don't vote, in the language in which they need to understand.
There it is.
If you in Ohio, and you can vote in Ohio, as long as you're not in an institution.
Yeah.
I ain't talking about the county jail. You can vote in the county jail as long as you ain't been convicted of the crime yet. You can vote. If you don't vote and you care about any of this stuff that we're talking about, you're op. And they still gonna count you, but they're gonna count you out. And you still gonna get representatives, but they probably ain't gonna be representatives that's in line with your value.
Right.
So the world that is created is a world that you played a role, but it was a divisive role because you wasn't in the game and you wasn't at the table.
Yeah.
You know. So.
And you can always participate in something until you can actually articulate it. It's just like showing up to a class.
Okay.
I'm gonna use a real estate class. I took a real estate class from January to 8 weeks class. I'm gonna say on the 3rd of March, right? And it was so informative about real estate and how trust and learning about deeds and liens, I may not have passed the test on the first try,
Right.
but it didn't exempt me from the knowledge.
Yeah.
I still got the knowledge. The test was something that was put in place because it ain't for everybody. But the knowledge that was received in it, you can't take that away
Ain't no
from you.
mission.
So show up, participate,
Yep.
be educated on what's happening around us because it's affecting all of us.
What?
All of us.
It's gonna affect generations to come.
All of us.
You know, and so like I'm leaning on my folks. You know, like man, I ain't begging.
Yeah.
No. We got the ability to
Yeah.
transform the world as we see fit.
Yeah.
But you got to know that.
I'm begging y'all.
You know?
Fred is rich.
Yeah,
I'm not rich.
I'm gonna put a belt to ass.
I'm begging because our programs, CHIPS, children that have incarcerated parents,
Tell them about that.
let me tell you something. We have to keep the relationship between the kids and their parents if they're in jail, y'all. Children that have incarcerated parents don't ask for things to turn out how they are going.
That's right.
As children. It is our responsibility, the aunts, the cousins, the grandmamas, and the caregivers, to keep them connected.
Yep.
Visits, letters.
All that.
We can make sure they stay connected and make sure they go to prom, that they have
All that.
everything that they need while they're away, and make them feel good while doing it.
And guess what?
We can do that.
And guess what? We can't do it. She already doing it.
We
but
can
guess
do it.
what? They just took $64 million.
Listen.
Hold on. Oh, no. Did I just hear y'all say, oh, that program Natasha got, that's a wonderful program. Oh, that's going to help so many children. But what about the $64 million they took?
Yeah.
Didn't I say it was for youth programs?
We have never gotten a dime for that program.
So
We have never gotten a dime.
So
Fred.
fight for that. So you done smoked $1 billion worth of weed.
My God.
You and your folks. $1 billion. $1 billion. They done taxed you $100 million.
Listen.
Okay? Y'all done smoked $1 billion worth of cannabis. And like $64 million
Come and go.
supposed to have been dedicated to programs.
Yeah, we don't have it.
Like Natasha program.
Like yours.
I got a program about
I know
ACEs.
y'all got some too.
There's programs out there,
Yeah.
underfunded,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Underfunded kids. If they just had that extra, not getting mentored long enough, the research say a kid's supposed to be mentored at least 13 months if it's going to be successful.
And check this out. Some people are getting the funding and misappropriating it. So when they start asking them, what'd you do with the monies that was allocated for your program? Guess what? They don't have no proof of where it went, who it went to, but on the application, we're going to use it for this, we're going to use it for that.
You talking about that RFP? it look amazing.
It
look amazing.
Listen.
They got that, and then you got Chatty Girl. Chatty Girl gonna make it look even more. Can you add best practice in this for me?
All I'm going to say is
Theory.
You're going to be accountable for the monies that you misappropriate. One thing I can say is judgment is inescapable.
Oh, they know.
It's inescapable.
Hold on. You know how many people came to me to my friend, you got a nonprofit,
Let
man,
me
you know
do
you
this.
can get that PPE.
Come on.
I can get you 100,000.
Come on.
I said, you can't get me nothing. I ain't got 10 employees. I'm in here working by myself.
By
Me
yourself.
and my girl in here working
Come on.
without pay.
Come on.
And but now I'm looking
Come
at,
on.
every time I turn around, so-and-so just been picked up for PPE. They put that carrot out there.
One thing I can say, what you put out, you're going to receive. You're going to receive. Because I'm going to tell you like this. If I never get a grant, if the Lord get me up, wake me up, and I can get on my feet, I can do the rest from there.
You know what I want to do with
I
you,
can take
Natasha?
it from there.
Natasha, I want us to do a community conversation. Cause see, you're a public figure. I'm a public figure too. But you know what I want us to do? Because listen, if we do a community conversation, do you know how many people gonna come and go have something to say?
Get me a vest, then I'll come.
A vest.
A vest.
They know they better not mess with you. Now,
Give me a vest.
They ain't that foolish.
Give me a vest and put my daddy in another chair, and I promise you I'll show up.
We can get pops. We can get pops. I'm gonna hold you to that.
But I want to thank you, Fred, for this conversation, this opportunity. I'm so grateful that we don't have no motives or no agendas.
We just looking at it in real time. They don't know, like, man, I'm so comfortable because I'm witnessing everything that I'm saying. I'm really just reporting out.
Listen.
Because I feel that I'm responsible.
As we should.
And accountable to the
Yes,
hood.
we are. Yes, we are.
You know,
to the day we
I
die.
don't self-title and aggrandize myself. I feel like my validation come from the hood.
Because the thing about it is that you can appreciate your journey when you know it's been a journey.
Yeah, real. Hills and valleys.
Then nobody come and say, hey, Fred, I'm taking you here with me. No, they never, that time never came. But what came was the fact that you sat down, you collectively put all the thoughts and everything together, and the Bible says you wrote the vision and you made it plain.
Yeah, there you go.
And that's how we have to do each other every single day. Take somebody by the hand and say, I'm going to cover you until you recover.
No, real.
Because when they recover, the blessing is going to be for both of us.
People listening. And people at that, you know, some people want to wait until the train moving, right? But I'm going to tell you something. It's more people nowadays that's sitting and listening like, man, you know what, I'm almost off that couch. I'm almost, you know, this new for me. I ain't never did this before, but I feel like I should be doing something. And I see Toddy over there doing something. I see Fred. Fred used to be all the way on the left, and he's still been doing it. He's steady doing it. At some point,
that's what it's about, bro. That's what
it's about. At some point, the bones gonna start rapping.
And we gonna be. First of all, we got more time behind us than we do in front of us. So it's not like we waiting on a great big number or a great big day or a horn or a trumpet to sound. When we dead and gone, somebody gonna be able to reach back and say, you remember Fred Ward, don't you? You remember Natasha Watts, don't you?
We got work.
You know what I'm saying?
So
until then, from then until now, it's been a good journey, Fred. It's been a good bruh.
You know,
it's been a great, mighty. It brings tears to my eyes sometimes because everybody didn't make it, bro.
Man, what?
Everybody didn't make it to be able to say.
Natasha.
Come on.
I wish I was good on. Maybe I'm gonna get Watt to like put this visual. Cause I forget I got like a team.
A whole
when you
team.
was talking about that, you know what came to my mind? I like movies. When I can watch a movie, I like to watch a movie.
Yeah.
It was a time when on the movie Troy. Listen, I'm going to Troy. Troy. Achilles was sitting at the water with his mama, and you know they about to go do this battle. His mama told him,
listen.
She say, son, she say, you could not go to war.
Not go to war.
And have, you know, a bunch of nice kids and, you know what I'm saying? You'll enjoy your life for a few generations.
Yeah.
And then you'll be forgotten. Right? She'll live a fairly long life. She say, but if you go over there, you gonna fight one of the greatest fights you ever fought in your life. And your name will be remembered forever. But you gonna die over there. You ain't coming back. Right?
Right. And the next story behind that is the story of Esther. When Esther had to be in the place that she was in the position that she played. But her response to saving her people was, if I perish, I perish. At the end of the day, you're going to perish from something. Why not perish from something?
I don't know why when you said Esther, Harriet Tubman picture just
Come
came
on.
up in my head. Man, we ain't gonna keep going. We about
Okay,
to let
I'm
y'all
about to-
go. We
yeah.
probably gonna still be talking for another couple hours.
Listen.
But we gonna call this part 1.
Thank you guys so
this
much.
called Can the Bones Live?
And
Right.
yes, they can.
This deal.
Yes, they can.
Label this part 1. Can these bones live?
Yes, these dry bones.
Dry bones.
Yeah, they can. Yeah, they can. I love you, bro.
We love each other.
I love you.
Yeah,
and I
we
love you guys
checking out.
so much. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. And if you want to pay attention to further conversations
Yeah.
while we're separate,
Yeah.
you can find me at Sister Natasha Podcast on YouTube. You can subscribe. We live podcast anything going on in this city. I have also another If These Boobs Could Talk, where it's boob talk. And if you have suffered from breast cancer,
Yeah.
I'm a breast cancer survivor. And we keep the knowledge and the wisdom going on getting your mammograms.
Check.
Early detection will save your life. So all my breast cancer survivors, to God be the glory. But if these boobs could talk and boob talk, this is what we do. We talk about it.
And you know, we on all platforms, but this
Yeah.
what you look up for us. Count time! Now, time to be counted. Get off the couch.
Be blessed.
Generation.